questions that I would have for Elon Musk in the wake of this release. I talked about this some with Will Kane. Is Twitter enough? Can Elon Musk change the overall trajectory of American media solely by owning Twitter? Or does he need newspapers? Does he need television networks? Does he need podcasts? Does he need a larger media apparatus? Now, he may believe, and he may be correct, that Twitter itself can be the platform to allow all of that. But that is my first question going forward for Elon Musk. My second one, people say, okay, we know what the problem is. Big government colluding with big tech. How do you solve it? My number one solution, and I asked Elon Musk about this on Spaces, his conversation that he was having Saturday. I was watching the SEC title game, and I was on mute while I was listening to Elon Musk talk. My number one solution would be every time the government requests that accounts be censored, that individuals be stripped of their ability to post on the platform, it all has to be public. Sunshine is the best disinfectant when it comes to government corruption. And I believe that if you are the Biden administration and you're trying to take down James Woods, it makes you look really bad. It also elevates James Woods. And maybe my name's going to be involved in some of these takedown requests. But I believe that there needs to be a public database of every request that the Biden administration or the Trump administration or whoever is in office makes of big tech companies to take down information. Now, some takedown requests make sense, right? If somebody's threatening to kill somebody, if somebody is running an account and pretending to be someone that they are not. I'm a First Amendment absolutist, but a First Amendment absolutist does not mean that there can't be some accounts taken down. So, Sunshine, letting everybody see the requests that government and government agencies are making should be all public, in my opinion. Final issue that comes to mind for me in the wake of the Elon Musk revelations as it pertains to the Hunter Biden story. Elon keeps talking about how his audience is growing. One of the things that isn't talked about enough is how woke big advertising agencies and the buyers for big companies have become. That is, if you are a far left-wing podcast, Google, Apple, Amazon, all of them will advertise on your platform, on your show. Lots of these woke companies won't advertise in any way with the 75% of media that is not woke. My point on that is significant. You can build a great media company. Twitter could be 3 times as big as it is right now, but if advertisers are canceling your ability to reach their consumer because they don't approve of your robust First Amendment or freedom of speech, then the business model itself can be under attack, which ties back up with, is there a need to build a bigger network of companies that all work together? And ultimately the goal, I really believe this, ultimately the goal has to be to build your own companies instead of trying to sell advertising to other companies. In other words, what I tried to do when I lost $50,000 in pants, I was ahead of the curve here. Ultimately, you want to own the businesses that are advertising on your platform instead of having to go sell ads to these other random companies. You could be selling your own product to your own audience. I think that is going to be the future for many quote-unquote conservative brands. And obviously, subscribers are a big part of this. But I think, for instance, what the Daily Wire did when it came to razors was super smart. I think a lot of people out there in the content business who are building big monster audiences are going to have trouble selling if they aren't in the woke community to those brands. And so building your own businesses, first of all, it creates more wealth. But secondly, it allows you to sell directly to your audience as opposed to needing to go to a third party. And I'll give you another good example. I think Barstool has been smart with their gambling company. And I know they've got a few other businesses also that they've spiraled out. But owning your own brands within the context of the advertisements that you provide, I think is a next level step that a lot of, quote, right-leaning brands are going to have to adopt going forward.